Kansas Farm Bureau, the voice of agriculture, represents grassroots agriculture. The state's largest and most powerful farm organization stands up for its members through leadership development, agriculture education, legal defense, environmental advocacy, farm safety, and risk management. Members also enjoy money-saving benefits. To join our organization today or to learn more, go to www.kfb.org or find us on Facebook and Twitter.
Watch Ag AM in Kansas online at agaminkansas.com. This segment brought to you by Kansas Regenerative Medicine. Your stem cells, your health, your life. And we're back.
With Lincoln.
Yeah. Now this is an old version of this book. I have a paperback of this. This is Yarns and Stories, Abraham Lincoln.
I have the original.
Yeah.
First edition. You see what kind of shape it's in. Lloyd Zimmer used to lecture me all the time about the condition of my books. But I'm like, Lloyd, I read them, you know. Plus, a lot of the ones that I bought were actually, you know, old. I bought from estate sales or whatever, so they were not in great shape. Yeah. But I've got quite a Lincoln collection. I've got another one.
Okay. Oh.
Vanna, could you hold that, please?
Yes.
One of my favorite authors and a friend of mine, Dirk, Lincoln and Davis. This is awesome book. I teach a class on Mary Lincoln and Varina Davis, the two first ladies of the Civil War. Fantastic reference and just a fascinating book. My good friend Michael Burlingame, I'll hold that for you. My good friend Michael Burlingame wrote the definitive work on Abraham Lincoln. It's Abraham Lincoln A Life, and it weighs like 10 pounds, so I didn't bring that today. I'll have Michael get a shot of that back at the office because it was too heavy to bring. But I've got a bunch of Lincoln stuff. It's pretty cool. There's a Lincoln Society here in Topeka, too. And I want to give them a plug, and I don't know if there are other groups around the state, but the Lincoln Club in Topeka is a small and brilliant group of folks that meet every month and have some kind of Lincoln speaker. They meet at the library, so I think you can look them up there. But just lots of cool ways to remember Lincoln in the coming months.
You know, he was very, very clever.
Yeah.
He did, well, in fact, he could have been a stand-up comic because he liked to tell stories. And that was the way that he communicated to a lot of people to get his point across. He would say, well, you know, and he would tell a story and it'd be, now I get it. So he was a very, very clever man.
He really was. And the movie Lincoln with Daniel Day-Lewis, there's a great scene about exactly that when he comes into the War Department and starts to tell a story, and Stanton's like, if I have to listen to another story, you know, I'm going to die. But it was a way of communicating, like parables, you know, just a way of communicating, and he was brilliant at it.
Yeah.
But let's take a look at what's coming up. Lincoln Days in Lincoln, Kansas, and I hope to see you there. Lincoln County, Kansas was established in 1867, right on the heels of the Civil War. For the thousands of soldiers headed west, memories of their commander-in-chief were vivid and sacred. So many of these veterans settled in Kansas that we became known as the Soldier State, and the names of the counties and towns created during that time reflect the loyalty to the Union. Lincoln Center became the county seat, though not without suffering through one of the county seat wars that plagued western counties. It thrives today. Each year, the town of Lincoln celebrates its namesake with Lincoln Days, the passionate project of Marilyn Helmer. The diminutive brunette has brought throngs of talented people together each year in one of the state's most unique celebrations. At her side is Marla Matkin, actress, educator, living historian. Marla has a passion for history and bringing it to life that is unsurpassed. Traveling throughout the Midwest, she brings audiences closer to life in the 19th century. What these two women managed to accomplish is remarkable and could only be done through the efforts of equally committed town folks and historians far and wide. Kathy and Jack Crispin, who have museums on Main Street, have long been active in history happenings and are a big part of promoting the community. The staff of the Historical Society's museum, especially Andy Anderson, work awfully hard to keep the rich story of Lincoln County alive. This year's events fall on the actual birthday, beginning Friday, February 12th, and continuing all day Saturday. There is a fee for attending events. I hope to see you and your friends there in supporting this community and remembering, in a very special Kansas way, the legacy of Abraham Lincoln.
Next time you see a beautiful field of corn, reach out and thank the farmers who work tirelessly to raise corn for livestock feed, renewable fuels, and exports to feed a growing world population. The farmers on the Kansas Corn Commission work for Kansas Corn with grower-funded checkoff dollars that support foreign and domestic market development, research, promotion, and education to expand opportunities for Kansas farmers. To learn more, visit kscorn.com.